Have you ever paused to consider the deeper implications of your choices? When it comes to masturbation, a seemingly innocuous habit, many of us overlook the spiritual consequences that accompany it. Each moment spent in fleeting pleasure distracts us from a more profound connection with our true selves and the universe. While the act itself might feel rewarding in the short term, the energetic toll it takes is often hidden from our conscious awareness, leading us to a silent depletion of our spiritual essence. Imagine your spirit as a vibrant reservoir of energy, where every thought, action, and desire flows in and out like water. Masturbation can frequently act as a drain, siphoning off this essential energy without offering genuine nourishment in return. This disconnect creates a cycle of momentary satisfaction followed by a deeper thirst for fulfillment, an emotional and spiritual paradox that leaves many feeling more hollow than before. As we engage in this habit, we may inadvertently close ourselves off from the profound joy and connection that awaits us in healthier expressions of intimacy and self-love. Ultimately, unlocking the hidden truth means acknowledging the choices we make and their impact on our spiritual journey. Recognizing that masturbation might be a distraction can illuminate a path towards greater self-awareness and fulfillment. By understanding and owning our choices, we can begin to reclaim our energy, redirecting it towards pursuits that elevate our spirit. This awakening is not merely about abstaining from physical acts. It's about embracing a holistic view of ourselves, a step towards healing and connection that honors every facet of our being. When we think about our existence, how often do we perceive the intricate dance between body, mind, and spirit? Understanding this connection is crucial for our growth and well-being. Each aspect of our being is intertwined. Neglecting one can lead to imbalances that ripple through the others. When we engage in habits like masturbation without awareness, we fracture this delicate harmony, leading to disconnection that affects our emotional and spiritual states. The body, with its physical sensations and desires, serves as a vessel for our spirit to express itself. Yet, when that expression is confined to brief moments of pleasure, we miss the opportunity to harness the energy for deeper creative and spiritual pursuits. This limited perspective keeps us trapped in a cycle of surface-level gratification, which doesn't nourish the soul. Instead, it's essential to recognize that true fulfillment springs from a holistic understanding of ourselves, where the body, mind, and spirit flourish together. To cultivate a deeper awareness of this connection, we must engage in practices that honor and nurture each part of our being. Activities that encourage mindfulness, such as meditation, yoga, or even spending time in nature, allow us to realign ourselves. As we begin to harmonize body, mind, and spirit, we foster a sense of unity that empowers our journey. This alignment opens the door to authentic pleasure and joy, enriching our lives far beyond what solitary indulgence can provide. In our fast-paced world, we often find ourselves chasing instant gratification, believing that fleeting pleasure can fill the void inside us. Masturbation, as an easily accessible source of pleasure, presents an alluring illusion. At first glance, it seems to provide a release from stress and tension. However, this momentary high often leaves behind a sense of emptiness, as the deeper emotional and spiritual needs remain unmet. The relentless pursuit of such transient satisfactions ultimately binds us in a cycle of dependency rather than liberation. This cycle of seeking pleasure without deeper fulfillment can lead us to overlook the more profound joys available in our lives. The thrill of immediate gratification often blinds us to the richness of meaningful experiences. Each instance of turning to quick fixes drains our energy and keeps us from truly understanding our needs. Learning to break free from this illusion is essential in recognizing the deeper sources of joy that lie within us, waiting to be discovered. To escape the illusion of pleasure, we must first acknowledge our emotional needs and the emptiness that instant gratification does not address. Cultivating patience and embracing slower, more sustainable forms of pleasure, like connecting with loved ones, engaging in creative endeavors, or pursuing personal passions, can transform our relationship with satisfaction. By shifting our focus from what is momentarily pleasing to what is truly fulfilling, we create space for genuine joy and spiritual growth. Have you ever thought about the emotional energy you expend on habits that do not serve your higher self? Each act of masturbation carries with it a subtle release of emotional energy, but often, that energy is wasted rather than used constructively. This depletion can lead to feelings of fatigue, anxiety, and guilt, trapping us in a cycle where we seek immediate relief without addressing the root causes of our emotional landscape. When we consider what we are truly sacrificing with each act, we may realize the profound cost it has on our overall well-being. The true waste is not merely the physical energy, but the emotional and spiritual richness that could be cultivated instead. When we engage in such habits mindlessly, we are essentially trading in our emotional potential for moments that do not nurture our spirit. This emotional energy, when properly harnessed, can lead to creativity, connection, and a deeper understanding of ourselves. Recognizing the importance of this energy allows us to begin to reclaim it and redirect it toward healthy, fulfilling pursuits that resonate with our true essence. To make the most of our emotional energy, we need to learn how to cultivate it mindfully. Practices such as journaling, art, and authentic relationships can help us tap into our emotions and express them in healthy ways. By redirecting the energy we might otherwise waste on fleeting pleasures, we open ourselves up to healing and transformative experiences. This shift not only empowers our spiritual journey but also enriches our lives, fostering a deeper connection with ourselves and the world around us. Breaking the cycle of guilt and shame associated with masturbation requires a compassionate understanding of our own humanity. Many of us are conditioned to feel remorse after indulging in what is often labeled a taboo act. This guilt creates a heavy burden, leading to a cycle of self-punishment rather than growth. Recognizing that these emotions are part of a larger story can help us step back from self-judgment and approach our habits with curiosity instead of condemnation. Shame thrives in secrecy, and by bringing our experiences into the light, we begin to dismantle its power. It is essential to understand that seeking pleasure, whether through masturbation or other means, does not determine our worth as individuals. To break free from this cycle, we must allow ourselves to be imperfect and accept that our choices do not define us. This acceptance can free us to explore healthier habits that align with our true values and desires. As we work to release guilt and shame, we can replace those feelings with a sense of empowerment and self-love. Engaging in reflective practices, such as meditation or therapy, can help us uncover the beliefs that fuel our guilt, inviting us to reframe our narrative. When we cultivate an understanding that our past choices serve as learning opportunities, we empower ourselves to build new, healthier patterns that honor our spirit and emotional well-being. Feeling disconnected from the world around us is a common experience, especially when we indulge in habits that lead us to isolation. Masturbation, while a natural act, often becomes a solitary escape that can sever our connections with ourselves and others. This disconnection is not solely about physical isolation. It can manifest as emotional numbness or spiritual disengagement, leaving us feeling empty despite satisfying our immediate desires. To find pleasure in more holistic ways, we must reevaluate how intimacy manifests in our lives. True pleasure comes from genuine connections, whether with ourselves, loved ones, or the universe at large. Embracing healthy forms of intimacy allows us to channel our energy into relationships that contribute positively to our emotional and spiritual health. Intimacy can be found in shared conversations, collaborative endeavors, or simply spending quality time with people who resonate with us. By opening ourselves up to these experiences, we can replace solitary habits with rich interactions that nourish our spirit. Cultivating healthy pathways to pleasure requires conscious effort and a willingness to engage in self-discovery. Mindful practices such as exploring our feelings, attending workshops, or participating in community groups can foster deeper connections. As we actively seek pleasure in ways that promote connectedness, we cultivate an authentic bond with our own selves and those around us, enriching our lives and restoring the balance that we often seek through momentary escapades. The concept of sexual energy is often misunderstood. It is not solely a physical drive, but a powerful life force within us that can be harnessed for personal growth and healing. Cultivating this energy can invigorate our creative pursuits, enhance our emotional connectivity, and deepen our spiritual insights. When we view sexual energy through this lens, we come to understand that it can be transformed into a dynamic source of vitality rather than merely a release of pent-up desire through habits like masturbation. Learning to channel sexual energy involves exploring the full spectrum of our sensuality, including our emotional and spiritual dimensions. Practices such as tantra, breathwork, or movement can awaken this energy, allowing us to embrace it in a more holistic manner. By doing so, we shift our focus from fleeting releases to a more profound engagement with ourselves and our desires, uncovering layers of joy that can be more fulfilling than physical gratification alone. As we cultivate our sexual energy, we can begin to weave it into the fabric of our daily lives, using it to ignite passion in our creative endeavors and interpersonal relationships. This energy, when respected and celebrated, can lead to a deeper understanding of our true selves. By embracing our sexual energy as a vital force, we reclaim our power and learn to navigate our emotional landscape with grace, transforming our relationship with pleasure and intimacy in the process. Transformation is a journey, and embarking on it requires the right tools for self-discovery. Mindfulness practices stand at the forefront, inviting us to cultivate awareness of our inner landscape. Through techniques like meditation, journaling, or guided visualization, we learn to observe our thoughts, feelings, and urges without judgment. This heightened awareness serves as a gateway to understanding our motivations and patterns, helping us identify the behaviors that no longer serve our highest good, including habitual masturbation. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routines allows us to reconnect with ourselves on a deeper level. By dedicating time each day to self-reflection, we can explore the underlying emotions that trigger our urges and choices. This process not only illuminates the origins of our habits, but also opens the door to healing. As we develop a compassionate relationship with ourselves, we cultivate the courage to make transformative changes, trusting our ability to redirect our energy towards more fulfilling avenues of expression. Additionally, seeking out self-discovery tools beyond mindfulness can enrich our transformation. Engaging in workshops, reading self-help literature, or working with spiritual mentors can provide invaluable insights that resonate with our unique journeys. Each discovery reveals more layers of our true selves, empowering us to make conscious choices. As we embrace these tools, we equip ourselves to break free from the cycles that bind us and to step into a more authentic existence filled with joy and purpose. The search for fulfillment often leads us to question what truly satisfies our deeper needs. While physical satisfaction through acts like masturbation might provide momentary relief, it rarely addresses the underlying emotional or spiritual desires we all carry. The fleeting nature of such pleasure creates a mirage of satisfaction, leaving many individuals feeling unfulfilled and misunderstood. Recognizing this gap invites us to explore what genuine fulfillment looks like beyond superficial experiences. To embark on a journey toward true fulfillment, we must redefine our understanding of pleasure and satisfaction. This process involves diving into our passions, aspirations, and relationships, seeking out experiences that resonate with our core values. Engaging with the world authentically, through creative expression, meaningful conversations, or shared adventures, opens the door to deeper levels of joy that align with our innermost selves. As we cultivate these fulfilling experiences, we shift our focus from temporary fixes to lasting happiness. Ultimately, the search for fulfillment is an invitation to connect with our essence. It encourages us to ask ourselves what brings us joy, what ignites our passion, and how we can enrich our lives through connection and creativity. By prioritizing these meaningful pursuits over momentary distractions, we create a tapestry of experiences that elevate our spirit and nourish our well-being. In this pursuit, we discover that true satisfaction comes from aligning our lives with what genuinely fulfills our hearts and souls. Reclaiming your spirit is a powerful journey of empowerment and self-realization. It invites you to step into your authenticity and recognize the inherent worth that resides within you. Engaging in practices that foster self-love, such as affirmations, gratitude, and self-care routines, can become the foundation of this reclamation. By honoring our own needs and desires, we create a sacred space where our spirit can flourish, allowing us to release habits that no longer serve our true selves, like compulsive masturbation. Embracing practices that empower your spirit also means understanding the roles of vulnerability and compassion. It's about allowing yourself to feel, to express, and to embrace your complexities without shame. When we offer ourselves compassion during moments of struggle, the path to recovery becomes clearer. Seeking connection with supportive communities or engaging in spiritual groups can enhance this journey by providing encouragement and shared understanding, reminding us that we are not alone in our experiences. As you reclaim your spirit, it's essential to foster a vision of who you wish to become. Setting intentions that align with your values and aspirations grounds your transformation in clarity and purpose. Engage in rituals that resonate with you, such as meditation, artistic expression, or communal gathering, to reinforce your connection to the divine within. By actively participating in your spiritual journey, you cultivate resilience and joy, paving the way for a more empowered, authentic existence that honors both your mind and spirit. Stories of change often serve as powerful catalysts for transformation. When we hear about others who have transcended the habit of masturbation or similar indulgences, we find hope in their journeys. These narratives illustrate that it is possible to break free from the grasp of immediate gratification and embrace a more fulfilling life. Each story reflects a unique path filled with challenges, revelations, and ultimately empowerment, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles. Individuals may recount how they went from feeling trapped in cycles of guilt and shame to experiencing profound self-discovery and growth. Some might share how mindfulness practices allowed them to acknowledge their emotions, guiding them toward healthier expressions of intimacy. Others illustrate the importance of community support, revealing how connection with like-minded individuals fostered accountability and encouragement. Each journey emphasizes the role of resilience and the willingness to confront one's true self. These stories inspire us to view our challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities for growth. They encourage us to cultivate patience and persistence as we traverse the path to self-empowerment. By integrating the lessons learned from these transformations, we can foster a deeper understanding of our own experiences, motivating us to embrace change and step into a more fulfilling, authentic existence. As we share and celebrate these stories, we contribute to a collective narrative that champions healing and possibility. Creating a new narrative for our lives is an essential step toward embracing holistic well-being. This process involves rewriting the stories we tell ourselves about our bodies, desires, and habits, shifting away from the prevailing shame and guilt often associated with masturbation or other compulsive behaviors. By challenging the negative beliefs that limit our self-worth, we open the door to healthier perceptions and experiences, ultimately transforming the way we engage with pleasure and intimacy. To cultivate this new narrative, we must start by recognizing the patterns in our thoughts and behaviors. Journaling can be a powerful tool, allowing us to explore and articulate our feelings around past experiences. Reflecting on moments of joy, connection, and self-acceptance helps us construct a more empowering story that aligns with our values. As we actively choose thoughts that uplift and affirm us, we reprogram our internal dialogue, paving the way for a healthier relationship with ourselves. Additionally, embracing the concept of holistic well-being encourages us to integrate multiple facets of our lives: body, mind, and spirit. Engaging in practices that nourish all aspects of our being supports this new narrative. Whether through physical activity, creative expression, or spiritual exploration, each effort contributes to our overall health and happiness. As we weave these experiences together, we craft a fulfilling story that celebrates authenticity, connection, and the beauty of being human. The way forward in our journey of self-discovery and holistic well-being is paved with intentions and conscious choices. Building healthy relationships with ourselves and others becomes foundational in this process. It is essential to foster self-compassion and self-awareness, recognizing that we are imperfect beings navigating a complex world. By treating ourselves with kindness, we create an inner dialogue that nurtures growth, making space for exploration beyond the confines of past habits, such as masturbation. In nurturing our relationships with others, communication and vulnerability play crucial roles. Engaging openly with loved ones about our struggles and aspirations can foster deeper connections, reinforcing our support systems. Building a community of individuals who share similar values or journeys allows us to create environments of accountability and encouragement. Through these shared experiences, we learn to celebrate each other's progress and provide the support needed to foster lasting change. As we move forward, we must also focus on setting boundaries that honor our journeys. This means prioritizing activities and connections that resonate with our higher selves while distancing ourselves from influences that trigger old patterns. Creating healthy habits, such as engaging in meaningful activities and exploring emotional relationships, helps anchor us in a more fulfilling reality. By consciously choosing to invest in relationships that uplift and empower us, we pave the way for a vibrant and harmonious life. Embracing your true essence is a profound journey of self-love, acceptance, and healing. It begins with the recognition that you are inherently worthy of love and joy, just as you are. Often, layers of societal expectations, past experiences, and unhealthy habits can obscure this truth, leading us to hide our authentic selves. To embark on this journey, we must commit to peeling back those layers, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable and open to self-discovery and transformation. To cultivate self-love, we can engage in practices that honor our uniqueness and nurture our spirit. This could involve simple acts, such as daily affirmations that celebrate our qualities, or creating space for self-care rituals that replenish our energy. Surrounding ourselves with positivity and influences that align with our values can also serve as a gentle reminder of our worth. By consistently choosing self-acceptance over judgment, we grant ourselves permission to shine authentically in the world. As we embrace our true essence, we also learn to let go of self-imposed limitations and fear. This process is not always easy, but it often leads to profound revelations about our potentials and desires. Sharing our journeys with others, being part of supportive communities, and celebrating our progress fosters a sense of belonging and empowerment. By honoring our true selves, we cultivate a radiant spirit capable of inspiring change not only within us, but also in the lives of those we touch. The conclusion of this exploration invites us to awaken the spirit within and to rise above the temptations that have often held us captive. It is essential to recognize that our journey is not solely defined by past habits, but by the choices we make today and the intentions we set for the future. As we reflect on the insights gained through this process, we become empowered to embrace change, honoring our spiritual growth while releasing the burdens of guilt and shame associated with behaviors like masturbation. Awakening the spirit within requires a commitment to living authentically and engaging with our true desires. It is about cultivating resilience and understanding that spiritual alignment involves continuous self-discovery and growth. As we navigate our paths, we can draw on the wisdom from our experiences to inform our choices, moving forward with intention and purpose. By prioritizing practices that nourish our emotional and spiritual well-being, we can manifest a life that reflects our highest selves. Ultimately, moving beyond temptation means embracing our whole selves, mind, body, and spirit, while recognizing the beauty of the journey. Each step taken towards self-love, connection, and fulfillment serves as a testament to our courage and determination. As we awaken our spirits, we inspire not only ourselves but also those around us to embark on their paths of transformation. Together, we can create a world where authenticity and well-being flourish, guiding us toward a brighter and more meaningful existence.